WCBI News at 6 starts now.
A divided Lowndes County Board of Supervisors agrees on a big move. Thank you for joining us tonight. With one voice, the Board of Supervisors voted to remove this Confederate monument from the front of the courthouse. Now, you may recall it was just last month when District 5 Supervisor Leroy Brooks made a motion to remove this statue. That motion failed in a 3-2 vote. After that vote is when then Board President Harry Sanders made racist remarks to a local newspaper. Well, today, Sanders was one of 3 supervisors to change their vote, making the decision to move this monument a unanimous decision. For more than 100 years, this Confederate monument has been standing tall outside the Lowndes County Courthouse, but now that's about to change. The Lowndes County Board of Supervisors unanimously agreed to have the monument relocated to Friendship Cemetery.
The winds of changes are blowing in Mississippi.
One small step for man, it'll make it an even giant step for mankind. I'm happy it's gone.
We look forward to the monument being in a more suitable place.
District 2 Supervisor Tripp Harston was the first to address relocating the monument during Monday's meeting. It's a decision he's now in favor of. However, that wasn't the case last month when the issue was first brought up.
As you well know, voted against moving the monument. Since that time, I've heard from a lot of my constituents in District 2, a vast majority of them who said they think it is appropriate that we move the monument to a more suitable location in Friendship Cemetery.
This monumental vote is just the first step in the process. The county still has to get clearance from the State Department of Archives and History to have the statue relocated. Then the city must deed the county a piece of property at Friendship Cemetery for the statue. And lastly, the county has to get bids to have the monument moved. Columbus city leaders have already agreed to help the county with the relocation.
Well, you know, it is the city land. You know, we did get someone. Thank you to whoever you are, the generous donor, to donate that land in Friendship Cemetery. But from a city's perspective, as a city, we're going to split the bill with the county as well as helping them, you know, get it moved down to Friendship Cemetery.
I wouldn't be surprised if it didn't take as long as 60 to 90 days. Hopefully not that long, but certainly you want to give yourself time.
District 5 Supervisor Leroy Brooks has been pleading for weeks now to have the monument relocated. While he's happy with the board's decision, he says the monument isn't the only thing that needs to go.
They should hand that Harry Sanders need to resign for the good of this community.
Now, during tomorrow's Columbus City Council meeting, the board will discuss helping the county relocate this monument to Friendship Cemetery. Now, just like last week, once today's meeting wrapped up, a crowd of protesters gathered outside the courthouse calling for Sanders' resignation. During today's meeting, Sanders only spoke once, and that was to second a motion that was made by a fellow board member. We asked Sanders for an on-camera comment, but he declined. That's the very latest from here outside the courthouse. Quentin Smith, WCBI News.
Calls continue to rise over Caledonia School's mascot name, the Confederates. The Lowndes County School Board District Board tabled the issue last month, saying it wants more information on the matter. However, concerned parents, school alumni, and citizens are taking action to help move things along. Our Stephanie Poole joins us in the studio with more.
That's right, Joey. Anger and disgust. Those are just some of the emotions some are expressing over the school's mascot name. Now they're working to have the controversial title removed. Unify Caledonia. That's the name of one Facebook group leading the charge to change Caledonia's mascot. Member Amy Morgan Crawford Chisholm says dozens of people have signed a petition in favor of removing the Confederate name.
I think it's going to help unify all of the students who attend there, not just, certain students who can associate with that mascot. I think it's really a divisive technique that was put into play, and I hate that it's still in place now because I feel like a lot of the students feel that it's insensitive to others, and it's not really along a racial divide.
Chisholm wanted to enroll one of her sons into the school, but it's been put on hold due to the controversial title.
We have looked at buying in the Caledonia community, and because of the mascot, we chose not to move from our current location because we didn't want to be in Caledonia School District until a little bit more diversity was available.
It's just time. It's time for it to change.
Deborah George attended Caledonia High School in the 70s. She says even then, she knew of the hurtful message it sent to some of her classmates.
As an alumni of this school, I want them to have an emblem that we can all be proud of. I'm not ashamed of growing up here, but if I had been a person of color, I would be. And I want all kids to feel like they belong.
Mariana Davis experienced the same reality.
I went to school with the Rebel mascot, and being the only minority with my sister, we didn't feel comfortable going to that school. A lot of people are timid to go to that school, and I hope they do make some changes.
All members say they're going to continue to fight, hoping to achieve an inclusive school symbol.
I feel strongly that other students who are there, should all be represented as a whole.
Now, I spoke with the Lowndes County School District Superintendent Sam Allison today by phone. He says the board will continue to discuss a name and mascot change in July or August.
It's game on for Southern Lowndes County residents. The new gym and playground are open in Crawford. Lowndes County leaders had a ribbon-cutting ceremony today for the new facility. Those who helped make the project a reality hope people from all over take advantage of the new digs.
Hopefully the facility will benefit kids from here to Knoxville County line to the Ottawa County line and surely Lowndes County. The areas are all condensed and close in distance. So for those areas that lack a facility, this facility is a reward for all of them.
We think the community is going to be happy with it. We think they're going to be really proud to have this facility here. We know we're excited because the kids are going to have something else they can do here, and something to be proud of.
The project cost $375,000. $350,000 of that was from a bond bill. The county paid the extra $25,000 to add a new pavilion and playground. There's some good news for the Starkville Fire Department and the city's homeowners. The State Ratings Bureau has awarded the department a Class 3 rating. The Bureau calculates rates by the fire department itself, the community water supply, and emergency communications. This new rating puts Starkville Fire in the top 5% of all rated fire departments statewide, and that could mean a drop in insurance rates for property owners.
You'll get a chance to see it on your insurance. We're not sure the rates. Everybody's a little bit different on the insurance rate, but it's going to have, from my understanding, the biggest people that see the decrease is going to be our businesses and the restaurants. So, and we're just excited about this day.
The department was previously rated at a 4. The Mississippi Department of Environmental Quality is taking another step to get more information about the Ottawa County Lake Dam. MDEQ sent a letter to the Board of Supervisors today. The letter says the agency will file a Freedom of Information Act request for documents such as soil borings and field notes from assessments and investigations, among other things. MDEQ did receive the hydraulics and hydrology evaluation as part of its request. The agency also says it did its own inspection and did not notice any worsening issues. MDEQ has found some funding sources to help with the cost of the repairs.
We've had some showers and a couple of rumbles of thunder out there today, but not enough to cool us down. Take a look at these temperatures. We're still 90 in Bruce, 92 degrees in Houston. Winona and Kosciuszko, one of the few places that got rain today, they're down in the 70s. But a lot of us are close to 90, and once you factor in the mugginess with the dew point value in the mid-70s, it is feeling like close to 100 degrees in some spots. 71 tonight for the low with a few showers continuing. After that, though, rain chances really continue here for the next several days. I've got more in your first alert forecast in just a bit. Joey?
Police are tracking down leads in the search for a suspect in a Baldwin homicide case. Ellie Martin has more on the crime and how police and numerous agencies are working nonstop to find the suspect.
It was early Friday morning when police in Baldwin received a 911 call from a lady at Adams Auto Sales on 4th Street. She told them her friend had been shot to death in front of her eyes. Since then, a massive manhunt has been underway for the suspect, who is no stranger to police.
I had my hand on her neck right here. And I said, baby, and she gurgled, and I didn't know she was hit.
Chris Adams describes the moment Friday morning when he found 26-year-old Connor Noel Kyle in the hallway of an apartment he owns. Adams says he heard Kyle arguing with her ex-boyfriend, 48-year-old Gary Scotty McDonald. Adams heard a gunshot and found Kyle, who had been fatally wounded. A bullet hole is still visible in the wall. An eyewitness to the murder called police.
Boyfriend, girlfriend, she had the intention, we believe, of separating from him. And at some point up in the morning, I think he had gotten privy to the fact that she was intending to leave, and made some comments via text messages to another friend of hers that he really wasn't going to allow that to happen.
Police found footage from a security camera at a business across the street showing McDonald leaving the scene, walking to the parking lot, going back inside the building, and then coming back out with something in his hand. Police believe it is the .40 caliber handgun they say he used to shoot Miss Kyle. The security camera footage shows McDonald getting into a 2004 gold or sandstone-colored Chevy Cavalier and heading north on 4th Street. Investigator Young says officers have been working around the clock following up on leads.
His hiding places are starting to dwindle.
The U.S. Marshals Service, Lee County and Prentiss County Sheriff's Departments, Baldwin Police, MHP, and other agencies are looking for McDonald, who has multiple felony convictions on his record. Investigator Young says anyone helping the fugitive will also face jail time.
If he's with the right people that will hide him and potentially put themselves in, make them a criminal out of themselves by hiding him, then it'll make it harder for us to get a hold of him.
In Baldwin, Allie Martin, WCBI News.
Now, the car that McDonald is believed to be driving could have an Etowah County license plate, ITB 6316. Again, ITB 6316. If you have any information, call 911. We'll be right back. Stay with us. Welcome back, everyone. You will need a mask or face covering if you have to do business in Oktibbeha County. The Board of Supervisors approved an order this morning that requires a face covering inside all county buildings and businesses outside the Starkville city limits. The measure passed unanimously and will go into effect Tuesday morning. It will remain in effect until further notice. Well, several Starkville aldermen, are expected to discuss and vote on a mask mandate at their meeting Tuesday night. It would apply to businesses inside the city limits. In other news across the state, several lawmakers announced over the weekend they've tested positive for COVID-19, including House Speaker Philip Gunn. Gunn took to Facebook to make the announcement, saying he came into contact with someone who tested positive and then went to get himself tested.
Now, I feel very fortunate that I don't really have very many symptoms, and I feel fine, and I feel like I am one of the fortunate ones. But wanted to just come before you and let you know that I am in close communication with Dr. Dobbs. I'm following his directions.
Governor Tate Reeves also is awaiting COVID-19 test results because he was in close contact with Gunn. State testing was done today at the state capitol. No local lawmakers have said if they've tested positive for the virus. All right, Trevor, a nice day to be outside.
Yeah.
Thought we'd see some more showers today, but we lucked out.
Yeah, we got caught on the dry side of it. There will be some more showers and storms to deal with tomorrow, though. Maybe even some more thunderstorms out there. I've got your full first alert forecast right after this. Stay with us.
Your WCBI First Alert AccuWeather forecast with meteorologist Trevor Burchett.
Not a whole lot of shower and storm activity out there today. Most of us did actually get lucky. That allowed us to get pretty hot and humid as we get into the afternoon and evening hours, but we do have some showers and storms out there to talk about. Take a look over near I-55, Winona, Montgomery County, getting in on some pockets of heavier rain. We've also got a few heavier showers trying to sneak their way in from West Alabama. So it's certainly possible that we could see some more downpours here through the rest of the evening. Winona getting in on some pretty heavy rain just north of there on Highway 51, Interstate 55. Heavier pockets of rain moving out of our area into the Delta. As I mentioned, right now in West Alabama, pretty heavy shower right near the Pickens and Noxubee County line coming towards Sugarlock and Macon in the next little bit. Also some heavier pockets of rain north of Tuscaloosa that could make their way into Fayette and Lamar counties here in the next little bit. Here's a live view outside from the Alpha Insurance Camera Network. Some pretty blue skies across much of the area. Vernon at 87 right now, 88 in Tupelo, Columbus, and in Louisville. Do want to take you out to the tropics really quick. We've got Tropical Storm Edouard that is basically smack dab in the middle of the Atlantic Ocean, 45-mile-an-hour winds, and it is trucking off to the north and east at 38 miles an hour. That is incredibly fast for a tropical system. The good news is, moving off to the north and east, it is going to weaken and go well away from the United States. As I mentioned, some showers going to remain possible for the next couple of hours. I think we're mostly dry after 10 o'clock or so. Mild and muggy once again, though. 72 for the low tonight, with some humid air continuing to be in place. Here's the forecast for the next 3 days. Basically a 60% chance for rain here Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. But if you're not one of the lucky ones that gets caught under one of those storms, you are going to stay hot and humid. So not everybody going to see rain constantly for the next 3 days, not a complete and total washout, but the chance will be there for some afternoon showers and storms. So just keep the umbrella on standby, maybe bring it in to work with you just to be on the safe side. Here's your comfort index, staying muggy for the next several days. So in addition to the warm temperatures, we're also going to have to dealing with the muggy air and the heat index value. As I mentioned, better chances for rain tomorrow through the middle portion of the week. We're actually going to keep rain chances in play here even through the weekend and into early next week. We've got a pesky stationary front that just won't go away. So really any time over the next 7 days you could see some showers and storms. As I mentioned, staying hot and humid, highs near 90, overnight lows in the low 70s.
Calhoun City has its eyes on the prize this year. The high school football tour checks in with the Wildcats next in sports.
Your WCBI Sports with Courtney Robb is brought to you by your local Ford dealers. Go further.
The high school football tour continues its stops in 2A with Calhoun City. Former assistant MD Jennings is the new man in charge of the Wildcats following former head coach Chad White's departure. Jennings looks to add some more gold to City's trophy case. Calhoun City is stop number 15 on the high school football tour.
WCBI Sports 2020 High School Football Tour is brought to you by Itawamba Community College, Cannon Ford of Starkville, Monroe County Farm Bureau, Max South Broadband, and the Bank of Vernon.
It might be the first year as head coach for MD Jennings. However, that doesn't mean the expectation changes for Calhoun City.
Here in Calhoun City, one of our main goals is always, to win the region, and then, try to make a deep run in the playoffs. And, the main goal for everybody every year is to win a state championship. So try to bring another one home.
The last time the Wildcats saw a state championship was back in 2016. Just last season, Calhoun City wasn't too far off, finishing with a 9-4 overall record and securing a spot in the third round of the playoffs. Jennings looks to build off of former head coach Chad White's success by stressing the importance of hard work to his players.
One thing I tell the kids, don't take hard work for granted. If you're willing to work hard and, put a little bit extra into it, that hard work will pay off in the end. I always tell people the little things make a big difference.
Luckily for Jennings, this season's roster doesn't need much of a push to put in the necessary work.
This group is a dedicated group of young guys. They're willing to do anything the coaches ask of them. So, if they continue to stay on that path right there, it should be a pretty special season for them.
Every day we come out here and work our own plays and alignment and stuff, so we're getting it down pat.
You just got to dedicate yourself and dedicate everybody else, inspire. You got to be set an example. You got to be here every day, and just work and grind.
The Wildcats' current focus is putting in most of that hard work up front.
I'm very excited about the O-line and the D-line. If you can win the battles in the trenches, everything else will take care of itself.
You just have to learn what to do first. Then we have to, put in the work ethic, learn how to do it. And then if they expect to run, we can just switch it up.
Mostly seniors are on the line, D and offense.
Calhoun City will begin the road to a state championship against Ashland on August 21st.
Oh yeah, without a doubt. Being able to bring that championship home, it means a lot. Thing about Calhoun City, we've been fortunate over the years to be able to win state championships. So, that's something we take pride in around here.
Reporting in Calhoun City on the high school football tour, Courtney Robb, WCBI Sports.
WCBI Sports 2020 High School Football Tour with Calhoun City High School is brought to you by Calhoun Banking Center.
Many
Plenty more stops to go along the way. Today, stop number 15, Calhoun City. Tomorrow, we will have stop number 16 with Winona. Water Valley will be on Wednesday for stop number 17. Nettleton Thursday for stop number 18. East Union stop number 19 on Friday. Boonville will be Saturday, stop number 20. And then Hatley will finish out the week for stop number 21. And then we head into Alabama week. So plenty more stops to go. For any of those you may have missed, you can visit our website, WCBI.com. That's it for sports. More for you when we come back.
Some showers going to remain possible here for the next couple of hours. Better rain chances really through tomorrow and through the middle portion of the week. Just keep that umbrella on standby just in case. We're actually going to keep rain chances in all the way through the weekend and into early next week. But the rain's not going to do much to help us because we're going to stay with highs in the 90s, overnight lows in the low 70s.
It's going to be humid.
Absolutely, very humid.
July in the deep south.
Feeling like summer.
All right, thanks, Trevor. Thank you for joining us, everybody. Have a great night.